Hello everybody, my name is Paul and welcome to the Cowboy Tweet Tracker. We've got a special poster here today put together by a very special guest, none other than
Kira.
Alright, and Kira is here because we have a special Halloween episode. You're dressed in what here?
A Dallas Cowboy cheerleader outfit.
Oh, that's nice.
And do you want to tell everybody where you got it?
I got it from the Dallas Cowboy Pro Shop at Dallas Cowboy Stadium. So pretty cool.
And the original costume the real Dallas Cowboys girl would wear.
Pretty close, yeah. All right, and the reason why this is a special Halloween episode is because we have a bunch of tweets by Birdie James here who shows pictures of a lot of the Cowboy players in their Halloween costumes. So Brady says, check out the photos from last night's Foundation 56 Halloween Bash. That's a special party he throws to help fight cancer, help raise money for that.
And Paul is going to click the first one.
All right. So the first one here, we have Brady James. He's in the left-hand corner, obviously. And what is he dressed as, Kira?
TJ Polly.
That's right, DJ Pauly from the Jersey Shore, the MTV show you might love or you might hate or love to hate. In this case, I know Brady is a big Jersey Shore fan, and so he dressed up like that. Our next one is wide receiver Jesse Holley.
And he is dressed as a cowboy because the team's called Cowboys.
That's right. So Jesse lives, eats, and breathes Dallas Cowboys. Now, Kira, what would you do with this costume? Anything you would change about it?
I think I would make his hat blue and put a Dallas Cowboys star on it.
Good idea. So if you're going to do the theme, Jesse, go all the way. Just don't do it halfway. All right, next one is Tyron Smith. And what do you think he is here, Kira?
A caveman.
A caveman, that's right.
And it looks like he has two cave girls with him.
That's right. Looks pretty rough and tumble there, I would say. All right, next player, Miles Austin. And he is a, what? Do you remember?
Famous singer.
That's right, named Rick James, right? And so I think he looks pretty good in this picture. What do you think?
And next we have
none other than Jason Witten, right? And
he is a famous, very, very famous basketball player.
That is right, from the Dallas Mavericks, the world champions this last year in the NBA. All right, moving on.
We have our mystery guy, that is Papa Smurf, and you guys get 3 seconds to figure out who he is.
Should we count it down? 1, 2, 3.
3.
None other than?
Tony Romo.
That's right, so Tony Romo's Papa Smurf. So what do you think of this costume, Kira?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. All right, so Kira gives a thumbs up. She likes that one.
Because I'm a big fan of the Smurfs.
Are you? So you got to like that. That's a good combination. You can't beat the Smurfs and Tony Romo. It's like the perfect intersection. All right, the next slide coming up. This is a classic one. This is my favorite of all of them. It is linebacker Keith Brooking, and he is dressed up like one of his Dallas Cowboy coaches.
And believe it or not, he stuck a pillow in his shirt.
That's right.
For what?
Because to make it look like he had a sizable gut, right? So, you got to hand it. That's a man with some guts.
Now, what do you think of the wig?
I like it. It reminds me of Rob Ryan. I think it's a little poofier than Rob, but I think it's some styling gray hair there. What do you think? Good stuff. All right, so that wraps it up for our Halloween costumes. But moving on, looking at some other tweets. Gerald Sensabaugh, this came out after the Cowboy game, says, great team effort today. Going to keep this going. Watch the game film now. Now watching the Rangers. Let's go. And so it's interesting. Sensabaugh, from what I see, no matter what, if it's a home or away game, at the end of it, he watches the complete tape, the complete film, and studies. Now, here's a guy you think he just was involved in a brutal sport for the last 3 hours. You'd want to relax, take his mind off of it, but no, he's focused on the game. He's focused on improving. So you got to love that.
And at the end of this year, we're going to have something called the January giveaway. And you guys are going to put your name online. We're going to write them down on a piece of paper. Well, you have to include your last name.
Okay.
And we're going to stick them in a cowboy jar. I'm going to pull a name out, see who that name is, and Paul will autograph the poster you saw. And you will get that poster.
That sounds like a great thing. We'll have we're working on some giveaways for the end of the season. So moving on, next week, DeMarco Murray. He had a big game, set a new record, blew Emmitt Smith's record away in just his first career start, almost essentially. Not his start, but I guess his full game. And here he says, blessed beyond measures. God is too good to me. My O-line did great all day, and the entire offense helped me accomplish something special. And Kira, do you know who also tweeted him?
Mm-mm.
Very famous Cowboy. His name was Emmitt. Last name, do you know? Smith? Emmitt Smith. You're a little young to remember that when he was running up and down the field. But Emmitt, someone asked him the question, they said, Emmitt, how do you feel about DeMarco Murray breaking your record for most running yards in one game? And he said, happy for him and the boys. So that's pretty cool to get a shout out from Emmitt on Twitter. All right, next one. Linebacker Alex Albright. He says, what you doing, Alex? He said, oh, just celebrating the win by cheering on the Rangers against the Cards at the World Series. And Kira, do you know what? Okay, let's keep the mic right there.
It's for you.
Okay, do you know what?
What?
The Cowboy Stadium is located just very close to the place where they play baseball, where the Rangers play baseball. So pretty cool, huh?
Uh-huh.
So this guy actually left the Cowboy game and went to the Ranger game right there, right afterwards. And here's a picture from his seat.
Now, what do you think that guy was saying when he left the Cowboy game?
I think he was saying, we had one heck of a win. That's what I'm thinking. And here's his picture from the baseball game. So pretty cool stuff there. Moving on, next tweet from Alan Ball. He said, about to drive 10 laps at the Texas Motor Speedway for the Kurt Busch League All-Stars. So you know what he was doing?
What?
Racing a car. Check that out. So there he is in his gear. There his car is. So he actually got to go around the racetrack. You got to wonder what Jerry Jones thinks of this, and his insurance company, right? All right, next tweet. All right, let's have a seat because you're still on camera, remember? Okay. Is apparently him celebrating at the end, and you can see here he's got two pistols that he's firing off, so pretty cool there. So I don't know what kind of racetrack they have guns at, but it is maybe Texas, so you got to love them. All right, next tweet comes from Abe Elam. He says, shout out to homie Marty is dope. That's Martellus Bennett, the tight end. He said, for lacing me up and little cuz with these fresh tees. So Artie did some artwork before, and now apparently he's making t-shirts. So check that out. He's got a little t-shirt. What do you think of the t-shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
good.
Pretty cool, huh? Cool cartoon. And the next one, wide receiver Des Bryant. You know what he likes to eat?
What?
Krispy Kreme donuts.
Mm.
It sounds good, right?
You know what I think they should make?
What?
I think they should make a donut with a Dallas Cowboys star on it.
That would be cool. Hey, Dunkin' Donuts should do that.
Yep.
Des says these Krispy Kreme donuts are great. And then the next tweet comes from his co-worker, Mr. Jesse Holly, other wide receiver, who says, fat boy, exclamation point, you better make weight this week. Ha, ha, ha. So I think he's just kind of joking with them a little bit. But it's kind of funny that Jesse Holly is teasing Dez, the starter. But I thought that was pretty funny. And the final tweet here, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cover every tweet that Tashard Choice did this last week.
Cool.
All right, every one. You ready? Here we go. We're done. You know why? Because Tashard Choice didn't tweet anything. This has been the first time where he's gone like 6 days without a tweet. So apparently, didn't have a real good game. Been silent on Twitter. Highly unusual for Tashard. He's always tweeting all the time. Sometimes a guy will tweet like 5 times a day. We miss you, Tashard. Everybody, let's send a message out to @tchoice23. Let's get back in the game, Tashard. Let's start tweeting. Let's hear your thoughts. Dallas Cowboy Nation wants to know. So that is it. That wraps up the special Halloween edition of the Cowboy Tweet Tracker. I am Paul.
And I'm Kira.
And we will hopefully see you again next week for NFL Week 9 on the Cowboy Tweet Tracker. We'll see you then.